博士啊，荣誉博士的颁奖典礼哈，感恩你俩拍谁哈？接下来我要以英文宣读苏荣誉博士的表彰词。Dr. Lisa Su was born in Tainan and immigrated to the United States at the age of 2. She received her bachelor, master, and doctoral degree in electric engineering from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. After graduation, Dr. Su worked in high-tech companies such as Texas Instruments and IBM. Specifically, she was responsible for developing advanced semiconductor products. Subsequently, she served as the Chief Technology Officer, Senior Vice President, and General Manager of the Network and Multimedia Department for Freescale Semiconductors. In 2012, Dr. Su joined AMD as Senior Vice President and General Manager of Global Business Units. She then became Chief Executive Officer for the company in 2014. In 2022, she became the chair of AMD. As the first Asian American female CEO of a major American semiconductor company, Dr. Lisa Su led the transformation of AMD into a high-performance and adaptive computing leaders. As one of the fastest-growing semiconductor companies in the world. Her story of leading the successful transformation of AMD has made her a model for global business leaders. Dr. Su has earned countless awards for her achievement and contributions, including membership in the National Academy of Engineering, a fellowship of American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the Rubber and Noise Medal from the Medical Semiconductor Industry Association, the Maurice Chang Exemplary Leadership Award from Global Semiconductor Alliance, one of the most powerful women in business by Fortune magazine, the world's best CEOs by Barron's magazine, and International Peace Honoree. She's a member of the U.S. President Council of Advisory on Science and Technology. Dr. Su contributed greatly to AMD by driving its technology innovation and expanding its product portfolio. Her leadership earned AMD a solid position in the market. Her story of success and active involvement in women's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics have inspired many women working in the field, as well as youngsters pursuing their career. Dr. Su's leadership and achievement render her an exemplary model for all members, including teachers and students of National Yangmin Chiao Tung University. I thereby confer her an honorary doctorate on Dr. Su in recognition of her marvelous contribution to the society.
Thank you very much, President Lin. President, please take your seat on the stage. Thank you, President. Next, we would like to invite Dean Wang to read out the certificate of honorary doctorate degree for Dr. Su. Let's welcome Dean Wang.
National Yangmin Jiao Tong University Certificate of Honorary Doctorate Degree. In recognition of your outstanding achievements in science, engineering, technology innovation, and corporate management, National Yangmin Jiao Tong University is proud to confer upon you, Lisa Su, the honorary degree of Philosophy in Engineering degree, with all the honors and distinctions appertaining thereto. Qi Honglin, President of the University, July 2023.
Thank you very much, Dean Wang. Please take your seats on the stage. Thank you. And now we would like to invite President Lin to present the Certificate of Honorary Doctorate Degree to Dr. Su. Dr. Su, please come to the front to receive the certificate. Congratulations to Dr. Su. Let's look at our photographer in the middle. A little bit to your right, thank you. Let's look at our photographer right in the middle. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now we would like to invite President Lin to please turn the tassel for Dr. Su. We would like to invite Dr. Lin to turn the tassel for Dr. Su. Congratulations to Dr. Su. Now we would like to invite Dean Wang to please come to the front for the group photo. Please look at our photographer in the front first. A little bit to your right, thank you. And let's look at our photographers at the back. We have a lot of photographers here. And a big smile, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Dean Wang, please take your seat on the stage. And now we would like to invite President on the stage, thank you. Now President Lin would like to present a gift to Dr. Su. Thank you very much. Please look at our photographer a little bit to your right for the photo. Thank you. Thank you very much. President Lin, please take your seat on the stage. And now we would like to invite Dr. Su to deliver your acceptance speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Su.
Thank you so much. So President Lin said that I'm in Taiwan, so I must speak some Chinese today. So, 大家好。我很高兴今天能够来阳明交通大学。President Lin, Dean Wang, distinguished guests and students, thank you all very much for this great honor. I am extremely proud and humbled to receive this honorary doctorate from such an incredible university in Taiwan and also throughout the world. This week that I've been in Taiwan has been truly fantastic. As someone who was born in Taiwan and grew up in the United States, every time I come to Taiwan, it's like coming home. And this time, coming home actually feels more special because it's been too long since we could be here. After a great week meeting with our partners and our customers and our employees, this honorary doctorate is truly the best way to finish the week for me. Thank you so much. I'm truly honored to accept this recognition, and I'm deeply grateful. The principles of National Yangming Jiao Tong University are truly close to my heart because you were founded on the idea that a great university is a place where people come together across multiple disciplines to solve real-world problems. And I truly believe that whether you're in research or you're in business, the way to really bring about the most groundbreaking innovation actually requires this holistic approach across multiple disciplines and multiple perspectives. NYCU is a pioneer in bringing together multiple disciplines, and to learn those disciplines in school is really the best preparation for the future. I really have tremendous respect and admiration for President Lin and Dean Wang and all of the faculty and staff of NYCU who are shaping the next generation of leaders. I would not be where I am today without the support of my professors who guided me when I was a young student at MIT. Now, it's also really wonderful to see all the students that are here with us today and all who are watching us online. Maybe I can take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about my story. So, when I was a young electrical engineering student, I was thinking, how could I make a difference in the world? Actually, there were so many smart people at MIT. I felt that it's really hard to decide what to do. However, my inspiration came from the first time I went into a semiconductor lab. What I realized then is my true passion was to build things, and semiconductor chips were things that I could build in a lab and touch and feel. And I then decided I wanted to get a PhD in semiconductors, and at the time, nobody thought semiconductors were interesting. Actually, most people did not even know what is a semiconductor. However, I really believed that semiconductors could change the world. And now you fast forward to today, and what the last few years has taught us is that semiconductors are truly essential to every part of our life. And being in Taiwan this week reminds me that Taiwan is truly the center of the global semiconductor ecosystem. The talent, the resources, the innovation, the culture, and the spirit in Taiwan are really what make the semiconductor ecosystem here truly amazing. I've been in this industry now for almost 30 years, and I must say I'm incredibly proud to be in this industry, and together we really do change the world. Now, as exciting as the last few years have been, I actually believe the next 10 years will be much, much more exciting. The innovation opportunities ahead of us are truly enormous, and the computing industry is changing very fast. And perhaps the most important aspect is AI. AI is really the defining megatrend for the next 10 years and more. And generative AI has really reshaped how we think about this, where we see that every product, every service, every business in the world will be impacted by AI. And the technology is actually evolving faster than anything that I've ever seen before. Now, AI also requires that all of the disciplines come together, including hardware, software, systems, applications, and even business models. And this is the perfect example of the multidisciplinary approach and different perspectives that NYCU is all about. So it's an incredibly exciting time for all of us in the technology industry, and it's also an opportunity for all of us to come together to drive the industry faster. So let me finish by saying thank you. I really want to acknowledge my AMD team and our partners and all of our friends and colleagues in Taiwan. This recognition is really for all of the work that we have done together. And of course, I also want to thank my parents and my family for all of their support. And some of my relatives are here today. Thank you for being here. I'm very, very happy today to become part of the NYCU family. And I'm very, very optimistic about the future and the role that we, now as alumni of NYCU, will play in using technology to solve the world's toughest challenges. It's truly an honor to be here today. Thank you again, President Lin and Dean Wang, and to all of the faculty, staff, and students at NYCU. Thank you so much. 谢谢你.
Thank you very much, Dr. Su. Thank you. Dr. Su, President Lin, and Dean Wang, we would like to invite you to please take your seat down the stage for the moment as we are going to rearrange the seating for the panel discussion. And ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the panel discussion. It is indeed our great honor to have Dr. Su present with us today. So we hope to take this opportunity to tap into her brilliant mind in the panel. The moderator for this panel session is Dean Jack Sun of the Industry Academia Innovation School. And the panelists include Dr. Su as well as Eugene Lee, Angela Song, both are students at the College of Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Lin Wei-xuan, student at the International College of Semiconductor Industry. Now I would like to invite Dr. Su, Dean Sun, and other panelists to please take your seats on the stage for the panel discussion. And let's give a round of applause to welcome the moderator and our panelists. I will now hand the floor to the moderator, Dean Sun, please.
Okay. Congratulations again, Dr. Su. It's my really privilege and luxury and really fortune to have known Lisa, if I may call you by directly, for almost 30 years. As NYCU's kind of a model, and together we go far. I went with Lisa for a little period of time as colleagues, and then Lisa is our TSMC's customer, of course, before my retirement 5 years ago. And right now, I take the pleasure to help train more students and hopefully, as you mentioned, that semiconductor and AI are really exciting and important for our future. So you have millions of fans and admirers here in Taiwan. People call you the 半导体女王, the queen of semiconductor. Really, thank you very much for giving all of us the opportunity to have a dialogue with our student representatives. And we have many, many students online who certainly would like to hear from you and eager to learn from you and be inspired. So right now, let me just start by introducing our three outstanding student representatives here. The first one is Angela Song Yunzhu. She's a PhD student in the Department of Electronics and Electrical Engineering. Her thesis work is on computer vision. And the second one to your left is Eugene Lee Youquan, a PhD student from the Institute of Electronics. By the way, the Institute of Electronics is the first, the oldest, the most important graduate school, basically the cradle of semiconductor industry in Taiwan, the technology. And the third one, last one to my right, is Wei-xuan Lin. She also uses English name Charlie. She's a PhD student from International College of Semiconductor Technology. She just passed her master's oral defense an hour ago. and she's going to Cornell to get her PhD, following these are your footsteps in terms of pursuing in this field the advanced degree. So they all look at you as the idol and the role model. So without further ado, would like to start the conversation and with the first question from maybe Wei Shen.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, Dr. Su, and here we have several questions. And one of my questions is, how did you go from technical engineer to a successful CEO of AMD? And how could engineers develop their business mindset and people skills? Thank you.
Thank you so much. First of all, it's great to meet all of you. I think you make us all feel younger to talk to you. And I should also say that, I'm very, very happy to see my friend Jack Sun again. Jack was my first boss at IBM. So he was a very, very important mentor for me when I was a very young engineer at IBM. So to answer your question, Charlie, I would say that I actually believe that engineering is the hardest profession. If you think about, all of the rigors from the classes and then the research and then your oral exams and all that you have to do, once you graduate with your degree, you're actually already extremely, extremely capable. And then when you go into industry, you also learn a lot by every project that you do. Relative to engineering, I actually think business is a bit easier. So when you think about how to go from engineering to business, it's really what your preference is. So in my case, I loved to build products and I loved to work in teams. But I also realized that to make the most impact, you also have to have some view of strategy and customers and where's the market going. And so it really is learning on the job. And after many years of learning and many mistakes, you actually become much smarter after each one. But definitely, engineering is the hardest part of it. So thank you for your question.
Thank you for your answer. And we have other students for different questions.
I have a question. Nice to meet you, Dr. Su. So my question is, the field of artificial intelligence is experiencing an unprecedented growth. And as a leading figure in technology, what is your advice that you can give to students on how to leverage the resources they have and how to prepare for their careers in this rapidly evolving field?
Thank you. It is really incredible as we can all see that the field of AI is moving so quickly. Even from 6 months ago to 3 months ago to 1 month ago, there's a lot of changes. I think as students, you have so much freedom. And for AI, there's so many aspects of AI. There's a hardware and architecture, there's software, libraries and models, and applications and systems. My recommendation for students is to really try to have a broad view of the technology field because, what we always learn is that it's not today's problem that you're trying to solve. Actually, you're trying to solve tomorrow's problem. And so the more different disciplines and different perspectives that you have will prepare you very well for the future. But as I said, I think you guys have the most exciting time because you can do all of these different aspects, and there will be so much innovation over the next 10 years.
Yeah, thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's very great. It's my honor to meet you, Dr. Su.
By the way, can all of you call me Lisa, please?
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, Lisa, may I call it?
Yes, thank you.
So my question is happened to be about it's about the interdisciplinary collaboration. And during the recent World Artificial Intelligence Conference 2023, I heard you highlight the importance of interdisciplinary collaboration. As we have discussed the importance of AI, we know AI can evolve in the overall chip design process, which requires the collaboration of professionals or talents from diverse fields. So my question is, in your perspective, should we focus more on, should we prioritize the cross-field learning to broaden our knowledge base, or should we focus on a specific major to deepen our expertise? Yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your question. I think it really depends on individual because you can decide what do you enjoy more. Some people like to be really very, very deep in one field. And for me, I actually like to see a lot of different fields because I think the most creativity comes when you can connect different pieces. So again, as we talked about as it relates to AI, when you think about how can we advance the field of AI, it's not just a hardware solution or a software solution. You actually need to optimize the two together. And so the more that you can understand, the more you can move faster. So I think interdisciplinary learning is very, very helpful. And you have so much resources here when you're in school.
Thank you. Your advice is very inspiring, helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa, here I have one more question for you. And my question is, what are the valuable contributions and strengths that female engineers bring to the industry? Thank you.
You mean the female engineers are smarter, right? I think the real opportunity, one of the reasons I love engineering is because actually engineering is very black and white. When you work on a product, either the product works or it doesn't work. There's no kind of maybe. And I think that actually makes engineering an excellent profession for women as well as men. And in particular, what I have experienced is that the best teams have people with all different perspectives because that's how you get the best ideas. If you only have people with the same background, then they all think the same way. So there's, of course, we've made a lot of progress with women in engineering. I'm actually very, very happy to see 2 out of 3 students are women today. But we can do more, and I think we can encourage more women in engineering and more people to realize that this is really a very exciting and fun profession, and you can really make a big difference. And so we should encourage more people to join.
Thank you for your answer.
I found the question, Lisa. I think this is related to the speech that you gave. So how do you see the future of semiconductor industry in Taiwan, given the continuous advancement of artificial intelligence and other high-performance computing platforms?
Yeah, so the semiconductor industry in Taiwan is really amazing. I mean, if you think about just even in this area, in Hsinchu Park and all throughout Taiwan, you have so much talent and so many resources and just a wonderful culture for innovation. Jack will remember when we were working together, people always said semiconductor scaling is ending. They actually said it was going to end 20 years ago. Is that right, Jack?
Yeah, many times.
Yeah, and then they said it's going to end 10 years ago. And then definitely it should end now. The truth is that semiconductor innovation is not ending because people are very smart. They always come up with new ideas. So even if traditional scaling is reaching some of its limits, we do 2.5D or 3D packaging to scale a different way, or we add different types of materials or different integration processes. So I think the future of semiconductors is this is the most essential field that is impacting every aspect of our life. And so in Taiwan, the progress in semiconductors is so incredibly fast and also extremely efficient. I think this is what makes the Taiwan ecosystem so important. And I think AI is just on top of that and adds not just hardware, but all of the software and systems capability as well.
Yeah, thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so I will bring out the final question for today. since we talk about the impact of AI in the semiconductor industry, I would like to know, could you provide a more specific insights regarding the differences between AI in academia and AI in industry? As a PhD candidate nearing graduation, I noticed that there is a discrepancy between the job description and academia research. So I'm curious to know if you, how do you see this difference, or what caused the difference, and should we be concerned about it, or how can we better prepare for ourselves? That is a lot for a final question. Thank you.
Maybe I can ask you, which one do you like better?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm interested to academic research. That is why I conducting the PhD degree. Yeah, but it's interesting to notice that there is a discrepancy between the industry and the research. So I'm wondering what caused the difference, or how can we better prepare ourselves to such challenges? Yeah.
Yeah, I think both academic research as well as industry has its very positives and also some differences. I think on the positive side, no matter what you do, you're going to be doing something that's very, very exciting. So whether in academia or in industry, I think in academia, maybe you have a bit more freedom to pursue longer range topics and look at some more fundamental and foundational topics, if that's your interest. And in industry, sometimes we're always thinking, how quickly can we bring something to product and ensuring that we understand the business model and application. So it just depends on your personal preference. But actually, I think AI is one of those fields where you'll see a lot of collaboration between industry and academia. Actually, for AMD ourselves, we have a lot of collaboration in industry, but we also like to really seek the input of academia to help shape our long-term thinking. So both are excellent choices.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for your answer.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, certainly I can take this opportunity to do some advertisement because the new college that we started about a year and a half ago, Industry Academia Innovation School, precisely tried to have a co-creation. That's President Lin actually also mentioned a few times before before this ceremony. So we certainly, I think, agree with Lisa's wisdom and advice. Both semiconductor and AI really synonymous with innovation. And it's, as Lisa kept emphasizing, the cross-disciplinary, the connection, the co-innovation, the co-creation, that's very important. So, by the way, these questions are all from their own. We didn't sort of write anything for them. They actually have more. So, depending on the time, if time permitting, if you like to, I'm not sure if there are any more further questions that you would like to ask Lisa before we conclude this session. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
May I ask one more question?
Of course.
Based on my previous question, I asked you, how could engineers develop their business of mindset of business, and specifically, how did you do for this developing business mindset?
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. I had I would say many different opportunities when actually I spent much of my career at IBM. So I was, as I mentioned, with Jack and with others. And, the thing about once you leave school, you don't stop learning. Actually, you keep learning every year and every job assignment. So from my standpoint, I really like to develop products. This is my passion. But I also like to see the products end up in the customer's hands to find a good home. And so I had the opportunity to learn from some of the best teachers in industry. And I would say again that the best learning for business is on-the-job training. And you have to be, one of the advice that I got when I was a student is one of my bosses told me that it's very, very important, Lisa, for you to run towards problems. And what that means is that to develop your either business capability or even your overall technical capability, you want to choose some very hard problems and try to solve them. And every time you learn, you'll become better the next time. So that's how I would suggest you can learn either engineering or business. It's the same. Try to pick some very interesting and hard problems and learn through each one.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, really would like to thank Lisa Su for the kind words and the inspiration. So I think in the interest of time, we will finish this session here. Let's give Lisa and all the students a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Dr. Su, for sharing your insight with us. We would now like to present a bouquet of flowers to you as a token of appreciation. So we would like to invite Dr. Su to please come to the front. And we would also like to invite all the other panelists to please join us for a group photo. Thank you. Please look at our photographer in the front first. Thank you. Please look at the photographers at the very back for one more photo at the back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we would like to invite the panelists and the moderator to please take your seats downstage, and Dr. Su, please remain on stage as we're going to invite more honored guests to join us for the group photo. We are going to have several rounds of group photo. So to begin with, we would like to invite the president, the former president, and the vice president to join us on stage. Please welcome President Lin, 欢迎林奇宏校长, former president 吴延华前校长, and the vice presidents 陈永富副校长, 魏顺华副校长, 李正仪副校长, 李大松副校长, 周倩副校长, 以及唐正环副校长. Please join us on stage for the photo. All right, so we will have the first round. Please take a step back for the best angle of the photo. Okay. All right. And for the guests at the two side, please a little bit to your side. Okay. So please look at our photographers in the front first. Okay, one more photo. Okay, with photographers at the front first. Please. Okay, one more at the front. And please look at our photographers at the back. Thank you. And let's have the second group photo with your thumbs up, the must-do gesture here in Taiwan. Thumbs up for the photo. Please look at our photographers in the front first. At the front first. Okay. Please look at photographers at the back. At the back. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Su, President Lin, please remain on stage. For the other guests, please take your seats downstage. Next, we're going to invite the deans to join us on stage for the group photo. Please welcome Vice Secretary General 简仁宗副主任秘书上台, Dean of the College of Electrical and Computer Engineering 电机学院王立军院长, Dean of the Industry Academia Innovation School 产学创新学院孙元成院长。Dean of International College of Semiconductor Technology 国际半导体产业学院张毅院长。Dean of the College of Computer Science 资讯学院陈志成院长。Vice Dean of the College of Electrical and Computer Engineering 电机学院温宏斌副院长。Executive Director of NCTU Alumni Association 交大校友会陈俊寿执行长 and our alumni 潘建成学长、王正伟学长 Please join us on stage for the group photo. Please look at our photographers in the front first. Thank you. And for guests on the two end, a little bit to your side, 两旁的贵宾稍微侧身一下，我们有一个圆弧，稍微往中间移动一点点。OK， 好，先看向前方的摄影师，前排的摄影师，谢谢。好，我们看向后方的摄影师 ，photographers at the back. Thank you. And thumbs up for our photographers at the back. Okay. And one last one, please look at the photographers at the front. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Su. President Lin, please remain on stage for the other guests. Okay, please return to your seat downstage. Thank you very much. And now we would like to invite our AMD executives to please join us on stage for the group photo. Please welcome Mr. David Wang, Senior Vice President of Engineering at Radian Technologies Group of AMD. AMD Radian 绘图技术事业群工程部资深副总王启尚。Please welcome Jack Hume, Senior Vice President and General Manager at Computing and Graphics Business Group of AMD. AMD 资深副总裁暨运算与绘图试验区总经理 Jack Hume， 以及 Mr. John Taylor, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of AMD. AMD 资深副总裁暨行销长 John Taylor. Please welcome Mr. Ken Lin, Senior Sales Director of Taiwan Data Center Solutions Group of AMD. AMD 资料中心解决方案事业群台湾区资深业务副总经理林建成副总。好，我们请看向前方的摄影师。Please look at our photographer in the front first. Okay, please look at photographers at the back. 我们看向后方的摄影师。All right, and one last photo with thumbs up at the photographers at the front first. Okay, please look at our photographers at the very back. 请看向后方摄影师，谢谢。All right. Thank you very much. Please take your seats downstage, and once again, thank you to Dr. Su. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's conferral ceremony. May we invite everyone to please give a big round of applause to Dr. Su once again. Congratulations to Dr. Su on yet another great achievement. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's conferral ceremony. We would like to thank you all for attending today's ceremony. At the end of the ceremony, we would like to remind everyone that the organizer has kindly provided snack boxes for everyone, so please remember to bring one with you before you leave. Once again, thank you very much for all your participation, and we wish you all the best. Goodbye.